Hello everybody, Stephanie here. Greetings from the refinery, from my personal studio, and welcome. So last week I challenged you guys. Most of you have been interested in my yoga journey or you wouldn't be tuning in. And so the refinery is a holistic training studio, and so yoga is one part of that holistic toolbox that I'm always teaching about. And then yoga for me has really given me the avenue for transformation in a way that maybe I didn't see before. And so anyway, I'm offering it to you. So my teacher issued us a couple of challenges, and from that there was a lot of questions about something for either beginners or just more basics yoga stuff. And so last week, I put a vinyasa flow up. I think it was the sun salutation that I did to prepare for the bigger ones that we did, and getting used to this new recording contraption. And then I did our Ya to Yoga first challenge. So if you haven't done that yet, go back and look at it. It's there on the refinery page. Ya to Yoga, and I think it's challenge 1, and so this would be Ya to Yoga challenge 2. And so we said Ya to Yoga because I hope sometime over this few days that we'll take to teach some basic things, this little challenge, that you get enough interest that your Ya may become a year. So you might add that R, and so maybe you'll take the same journey as me, that commitment of a year to yoga, and seeing just exactly what it brings to your life. So last time we talked about breath, and so I have a priority checklist when I'm practicing, either in my private practice or teaching, or even as a student, that I go through. And so the first thing is the breath, the pranayama. So we went over that last time. We went over a couple exercises. If you watched and you didn't try, you're not going to get anything out of it. It's a yoga practice, so practice it. Practice it every day and note the difference within the body, the subtle changes that are occurring. And so the second thing for me when I'm prioritizing, so I've got my breath, and that's what sets the tone and pace for my practice. The next thing is the foundation. And so whether that be the hands on the ground or the feet on the ground, sometimes the knees are there and we have ways to protect them. But for right now, we're going to talk about the hands, the foundation of the hands. And so always in yoga, in the style of yoga that we practice, everything is engaged. So we have no jellyfish hands. We're not just throwing them up there and different things. We're actually engaging the muscles deep down. So whether you're bringing your hands to heart center, and they can rest there, or you can begin to press into the fingertips and engage the hand, and all of a sudden the arm muscles have turned on. In a very normal passive pose, you've found some type of activity. And so when the hands meet the floor, it's the same thing, but I'll take you through a tutorial that I think helps tremendously. Is you take the hands to the floor, and you can't see my hands, but we'll pretend my legs are the floor, and you feel how the connection is. And then we're going to pull the hands back up, put them together, and I want you to look at this part of your hands with the hands together. Most likely it is flat. So then what I want you to do is take the fingertips and begin to engage them into each other, pushing the ball mound of the pointer finger and the pinky finger together, and then those back two corners of the palm, and then look, you have a little diamond shape in that crack now, and so that's an engaged hand. So you want to create that. That's what we call octopusing of the hands. We can also do it with the feet, which we'll get to at another time. But for what I want to show you, and I could probably use, look, don't ever leave blocks more than reach distance. So yeah, we can do that here. So when we begin to put our hands onto the floor, so you'll see that I engage the ball mound of the pointer finger, pinky finger, and then the back of my palms. And then it's almost as if, yeah, you can see that in the video, especially on this right hand. You're going to like grasp at the earth just a little bit, just so that those fingertips engage. And then I want you to feel the difference between putting your hands on the floor, so I'm going to demonstrate that, And then finding that engagement of the hands, and you can look at even the muscles in the arm begin to turn on. You can begin to swirl them. So it's swirl them around the bones. I should go ahead and finish that sentence. So it's very important to find that engagement. And so that is all I'm going to teach today, is just the foundation of the hands. We'll get into the feet the next time. But maybe that'll interest you enough, even if you're just doing basic, where you're leaving a hand down and coming across, say, find a seated crescent. So what I want you to do is the way where your hands are like jellyfish, just there. And then what I want you to do is find either that grasp or even ridge top fingers. Find the same thing with the hand above and notice the difference of how that feels within the body and the engagements. Getting down into the connective tissue, which is really where we're wanting to get into. So flat foundation really stunts your mobility, but finding engagement and reaching from there and swirling the muscles, you begin to get that connective tissue really good and gooey, and that's what we want to do, is open it up and let it be fluid rather than rigid. So let that be something you take off of the mat as a lesson into life. Fluidity will get you many places that rigidity won't. So there's the little tidbit. There is your Yelta Yoga Challenge 2. So try it out. Go back and try the first one again. Keep practicing that, and then add some of these things that we're working on. So foundation the second, hand foundation today. Maybe we'll talk about feet foundation tomorrow. Most likely we will. Legs out.